Hey Medicom Wade, I've received info about this Deadpool from Universe 69. He's got not only one, but two pairs of guns.
How come he gets two but I get none? Why does anyone need two pairs of guns for? Teleport me there. I'm gonna get me some guns tonight. Come on, Figma Wade, you're coming with me. Huh? Why? But I've got a gun. There they are. The guns. I can finally have my own gun. Is that Deadpool of this universe? Oh my god. He's jacked. Look at his biceps. Look at his calves. His little weight looks crushed between those thighs. Who has chests like that? I mean, doesn't his nipples hurt? Medicom Wade. He doesn't look too happy to see us.
So Wade, did you get your oh dear sweet Aunt May?
Hello and welcome back to the KenOhwee Channel. A lot of exciting figures to talk about this week, and for today's episode we'll be talking about the renewal figure of a beloved character on this channel. Amazing Yamaguchi Deadpool 2.0. The first Deadpool was a great action figure for its time, but a long time has passed since then and a lot of great Deadpool action figures have been released. So it will be very interesting to see if this renewed Deadpool can match or even be the better Deadpool action figure out of all of them. So without further ado, sit back, relax, and let's take a closer look. As always, Yamaguchi presents you with a backdrop, and just look at that artwork. Oh baby, I need a poster of this art. It's beautiful. This Deadpool is all juiced up. In fact, I can safely say it's the juiciest Deadpool action figure of them all. I mean, take a look at that skin tight suit. In fact, his muscles are tearing his suit apart. Now I know why Vanessa can't get her hands off him. It's like he can't breathe in there. I feel so much pity for little Wade down south there. But at least as an action figure, he looks badass. The one thing Yamaguchi figures has had trouble in the past was the ability to stand naturally, and while it does take some adjusting, he can finally stand naturally, and his stance is quite heroic in itself as well due to his muscularity. There's just a lot of details on this figure, from each muscle striations pushing through the suit to the pouches and buckles. It is definitely a stark contrast to the smooth, soft-looking Mafex Deadpool figure. One may even argue this figure looks a little messy with all the cuts and lines, so if you're looking for a cleaner look, this figure is definitely not for you. However, it still suffers a little bit from the disconnect between his arms and body, but it's not as obvious as before, and for my figure, his knees feel a little looser than before as well, so time will tell whether his knees can handle all that posing, but at the end of the day, look-wise, it's a significant improvement from the first release, and it is by far the most menacing looking Deadpool figure I can think of. For his articulation, since it's a remodel, let's go through his articulation again. His head and neck is on a ball joint, so he can look left and right, look up really high, no problem, and he even has a chin guard to protect the joint. Look down really far and do any head twisting, no problem. He's got armpit movements of forwards and backwards, which cuts at the strap, which is clever, so it hides the cut joint. Big double ball hinge joint, so 360 all the way for his arms. Move outwards really high, all the twisting motion, an additional bicep cut for twisting, which is new and much welcomed, bicep flex, and another ball joint at the forearm, so more twisting. Wrist can do the twist and move up and down. Mid ab cut, so a lot of twisting and pivots. He can do the same for the lower ab cut, but despite all that, he can't really arch backwards. But his upper ab can already crunch forward that far. My god, look at that. And the lower ab helps push it further. Yamaguchi figures are still the crunch kings, but it does have a huge gap behind. But it's a happy trade for me. His belts are on joints as well, so he can move around and out of the way. He can do the splits no problem, kick up that much, kick back, but it goes outwards. He's got the thigh swivel, but it's swivel outwards, which has always been their thing. Knee bend that much, calf rotation, and the previous figure has difficulty standing because the calf rotation was the culprit of that, so we'll see again in the future if he can still stand with these. Feet can rotate, move up and down, pivot side to side, and of course, the Wade Wilson toe curlers. We come to his accessories and oh baby, we have been blessed here. For our hands, he comes equipped with face punching hands that has holes in it, face slapping hands, a pair of thumbs up hands, Goku's fighting stance hands also can be used for the pairs of size, a pair of trigger happy hands, and one pointy finger hand on the right hand, and a loser sign for the left. Actually, they're used for the handphone accessory, which we'll talk about later. For weapons, he comes with a pair of sais, a pair of knives.
That's not a knife. That's a knife.
No, these are knives. Yes, he comes with a pair of bigger knives. He also comes with a pair of knife holders which can only fit the small knives, and unfortunately there's no way to keep the big ones. Even the instructions doesn't say where these go, but if you're Wade Wilson, I have a rough idea.
Where were you hiding that?
Nowhere.
He comes with a pair of futuristic looking handguns and another pair of guns with holes in the middle, because this package comes with the gun holsters which you can fit the gun through that peg, and Deadpool has all these little holes around his body, and this is where you can pack either the gun holsters or the knife pouches. So yeah, this Deadpool figure has many holes that you can play around with, and the good thing is that there are no rules on where you should peg them, so let your desire run wild. Unfortunately for the gun pouches, it's the same size, so it looks fitting in positions where Deadpool unholsters using his right hand only, and for the other side it just looks unnatural or even wrong. I'm not sure if it's only for my package or this is how it is in general, but it would have been a lot better if we have opposite sides, so we can place the holsters on the body where it looks like Deadpool can use both hands to unholster guns on either sides. The instructions does say his pouch on the right side does come off, but I'm having a hard time doing that and I don't want to break it, so I'm leaving it for now. He also comes with a pair of katanas and the sheath and this accessory where you can peg the sheath into. There's a difference in depth here, so the idea is that you can peg the sheath and form the X, but unfortunately for my package, the sheath is having a hard time staying on the accessory at the moment, which is really annoying and a huge shame, but I'm utilizing other holes to try and make this work. But you can either peg this accessory on his back or his belt. He also comes with his own handphone with his insignia, and there's also already some conversation going on in WhatsApp. And it also comes with one dynamite, just because. So for holding the weapons, trigger happy hands are used to hold all of his weapons, can even work with a sai. Unfortunately, due to its multi-purpose function and the katana grip is thinner than the rest of the blade weapons, Deadpool can't hold it as tight, so depending on the angle it can sometimes fall off, which is a bit of a shame. And this is a good example of why we should have specific hands for guns and another for blade weapons. Otherwise, make all weapon handles the same size. For the size, he has the Goku stance hands to hold it, where you slide the size in between the fingers, you know, because it's cool holding it that way, I guess. But those Goku stance hands can also be used to hold the two version of knives if you want to, which is nice. Just when you think it's over, it's not. He comes with 3 additional interchangeable heads with different facial expressions. So for the heads, he comes with the base one where it's just Deadpool being Deadpool, then another head where he looks like he's frowning or clenching his teeth, one where he smiles, and another with his mouth wide open, and these are brilliantly sculpted as you can see his expressions through the mask, but it's subtle. As for eyes, he comes with 5 additional pairs to play with. Yes, 5. So he comes equipped with I'll kill you eyes, when he's talking to death eyes, when he's bored eyes, eyes when it's free chimichanga day, another more squinted eyes as there are more lines on his eyes compared to others, and eyes when he found out his figure arts counterpart comes with no guns. Sadly, one of the eyes paint was a little misaligned, but at least I've got 9 other eyes to play with here. To change them, it comes with this thing where you can push the eye out and peg it to your desired facial expression. However, this thing here is a little sharp at the ends, and I've tried pushing the eyes out and all it does is leave an indent to the eyes. Since I'm technically just poking them instead of pushing them out as intended. So I'd use something more flat to push those eyes out, and some of them does take some time to push it all the way in as well, so it does take some time to adjust. But once that's all settled in, with so many options with the interchangeable eyes and faces, it's really awesome to mess around with. And just as a cherry on top, he also comes with a stand and additional joints. Thank you. And here is the Yamaguchi Deadpool version 2.0 standing next to other action figures for a quick scale comparison. So, in summary, Yamaguchi poured so much love into this figure. So much in fact that it's easily in the running of being one of the best figures of 2022. And it is by far the best action figure Yamaguchi have released thus far, in my humble opinion. This is the best character to play around with accessories, and they took full advantage of that. And boy do I love messing around with this figure. However, there are still concerns about that calf joint based on experience, but only time will tell if it will hold. But right now, as a whole, it is the most badass Deadpool action figure you can have on your shelf. Leaps and bounds better than its predecessor. Well done, Yamaguchi. Well done. Now give me Spider-Man 2.0. Spidey deserves this much love from you. With that all said, let me know what your thoughts are on this Yamaguchi Deadpool figure in the comment section down below. An insta-buy or an insta-pass for this figure? I'm curious myself. Thank you all very much for watching. As always, do consider hitting the like and subscribe button. They'll always help the channel out, and I appreciate all of the support. In the meantime, take care and have a great week. Like to see more videos like this one? Well, say no more. Let me present to you the end screen. Click on video 1 or video 2 for more entertainment. These videos were carefully selected by highly trained professionals to suit your entertainment needs. Also, don't forget to click that subscribe button. If you don't, I shall haunt you in your sleep. So click it! I was just kidding, by the way. Okay, bye!